want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem.
We'll chat with Broadway's latest Miss Trunchbull, Christopher Sieber, about tackling the villainous headmistress in Matilda the musical. Welcome back. Actor Christopher Sieber is a veteran of numerous Broadway shows. He's been Tony-nominated twice, in 2005 for his performance in Spamalot and in 2009 for his work in Shrek the Musical. Now Sieber is back on Broadway, tackling the role of the evil headmistress, Miss Trunchbull, in the hit musical Matilda. On stage's Frank DILELLA recently got the chance to chat with Sieber about his take on Trunchbull.
If you want to throw the hammer by your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line.
Christopher Sieber, Broadway's new Miss Trunchbull. Welcome to On Stage.
Thank you, Frank DILELLA. It's so nice to be here.
I hear and I know, because I saw you were scaring audience members and you're scaring now cast members for a living at Matilda.
Yes. Well, okay, so Agatha Trunchbull is scary. And it's really actually quite fun because I'm getting paid to scare children and audience members, which is like a dream come true. Okay, so, and you know, my part, I go up into the aisles and I make entrances and exits through it, but it's like the greatest thing when people lean away from you as you pass them. They're like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. It's like, yes! And as far as scaring the kids, I mean, we're getting we have 4 Matildas now, and those 4 Matildas are leaving us. They've just gotten older, and that's what happens when kids grow up. Right. And so we're getting 4 new Matildas and a couple new smaller kids to go in the show. And this poor kid, his name is Christian, and he's literally a 9-year-old boy, and he's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your world, but he is so literally hyperventilating, terrified of Trunchbull, of me. And so I said, how about that? I told the stage management and the Guardians, I said, bring him into my dressing room and watch him put on makeup and put on the wig and the costume and everything, and he'll know it's just me, it's just me. It's like, it's just Christopher, all right? So I go downstage, because he's trailing the show. He's watching the show from the wings, and in Act 1, before my first entrance, I do this little silly dance with the Matildas as Trunchbull because it's so ridiculous, dressed as this horrible, ugly, horrible woman doing this.
Warts and all?
Warts and all, doing this crazy dance and doing this amazing thing. And Christian's watching the wing, and he turns around to see the commotion, and he freaked out. He freaked out so bad, and he was like holding himself up against his head. I said, Christian, it's just me. It's just me. Like, poor guy, but he's going in the show. So actually tonight at the theater, he's going to come in and watch me again, put on the stuff.
Break it down.
And God bless his heart. I felt so bad. Because, you know, I love scaring kids, but in the right context. Right. Not just as Christopher scaring the bejesus out of kids. So.
Well, like I said, I did see it, and your Trunchbull is a bit darker and scarier than what I remember when seeing Bertie Carvel. Who'd you draw from to create her? I mean, did you pull from, you know, wicked teachers you've had in the past?
It's funny you should say that because I wish I had a picture of her, because Miss Erickson, and this, thank goodness this is only New York area, because Mrs. Erickson was my first grade teacher in Wyoming, Minnesota, and she looks like Agatha Trunchbull. She had the bun, she had the weird dress, and she always holding herself like this. Stern, she would smack us on the head with rulers and flick our ears. Ooh. Oh, she was horrible. She was horrible. But that was just the picture in the back of my mind. The weird part about doing this part is it's kind of a departure for me because I'm not playing it for laughs. I'm not playing it for funny. I'm playing it, the more horrible I can be, the funnier she is, just because she's so horrible. And that's what and actually the kids in the audience get the darkness of it. Roald Dahl said that, actually. He said, you know, parents are so worried about their kids being scared of, you know, forget what I said about Christian, but the kids actually get the darkness and the meanness, the horribleness of Agatha Trunchbull. Because I'll say something terrible or do something to some child, and you'll hear some 5-year-old in the audience go, like, yeah.
Score.
Yeah,
score.
But it's, I wanted to be, in this, I wanted to be really still because you wouldn't, like a cobra, or that knuckle game where you like smack your knuckles over, find out, you never know what she's going to do next, and that to me is scary because you don't know what she's going to do. You don't know what's going to set her off. You don't know, and I wanted to play her like scary, scary, scary. And so that's what happened, I guess.
Well, you certainly are achieving that.
Thank you.
Christopher, looking at your long list of Broadway credits, and you've certainly done a lot of great things on The Great White Way.
Yeah.
You've done villains, you've done leading men, you've done, you know, folks in drag. You've done a lot of stuff on that Broadway stage.
Always drag.
Always drag.
It always comes back to drag. And this is, you know, I don't consider this part a drag part because she's so asexual.
Yeah.
You know, is she or isn't she?
Right, right.
Or is he or isn't he? You know, yeah, I've been very lucky. I've been so blessed. I was just talking to somebody outside in the green room, and I was like, I'm truly, I feel the luckiest person in the world to have this nice long, you know, Broadway stuff, Broadway career that I've had, and I feel like I'm lucky. I'm just in the right place at the right time.
But do you have a preference playing, you know, a leading man versus playing a villain?
I do like playing the villains. They're a lot more fun. I really like playing villains a lot. I like being funny. Like Spamalot was just I was two villains in that, but I do like playing villains a lot more.
We're almost out of time, but you're going to be in the show through.
I think April. Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Through April.
I'm having a great time.
What do you want to take away from this experience of being the Trunchbull on Broadway?
Well, oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, this is I will say this is one of the most physically demanding and vocally demanding parts that I've done. It's right up there, but. It's a departure for me. I mean, playing somebody who is just horrible and mean, and not playing.
Because you're not like that.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not. And I'm not playing it for laughs, which is such a weird thing for me because I can always make things funny, you know, out of you know, in kind of in thin air. But this one, I'm not doing that, and it's kind of a neat departure for me. I'm kind of liking that. So
well, definitely worth seeing.
Yes, I'm amazing.
You are amazing.
I'm amazing.
Because I can say that because I saw it. Chris, thank you for coming in. Congratulations.
Thank you.